Wow, check out that beautiful red car. Wouldn't you like to have a red car like this? Does your car talk to you? Well, I am the senior representative for Hyundai Elantra, and my name is Julie Park. Today, I want to tell you about a new feature called Driver's Assistance Warning, better known as DAW. Perhaps you've had this on your car, so it may not be a new feature at all. For some, it may even be old. Let me give you a little more information on the DAW system, the Driver Attention Warning. DAW analyzes your driving behavior over time. If it notices sign of fatigue or recognizes you've been driving continuously for an extended time, pop-up messages and audible sounds will suggest that you take a break. In fact, the system that's built in to the automobile has an attentive and inattentive levels from 1 through 5. The driver's attention levels is displayed on a scale of 1 to 5, and the lower number is the more inattentive the driver is. So let's talk about a little bit about the purpose. Just think, how cool is it that you can have a car that will alert you when it detects that you're drowsy? Well, for me, I personally think that it's technology at its best. So you may be asking, well, how is it able to do this? How could a car possibly know when I'm drowsy? Well, there are sensors that was borrowed for this feature from lane departure warning systems, and it can track the lane markers of where your position of your car is. And when you start to slowly go outside of that lane, is how it will know that you're drowsy. In the more advanced versions, it can detect how many sudden maneuvers you make or sudden stops that you make that will suggest that you may be driving and should be taking a break. So what you need to do is watch, listen, and feel for cues from drowsiness alert systems that you may have become drowsy behind the wheel. Like I said, the drowsiness alert may show a little coffee cup to tell you that you want to take a break. You know, a lot of people are taking a break and they're just sipping their coffee. You may hear an audio alert that tells you. So you may hear something that says, you may consider taking a break. Your seat may vibrate to alert you that you're drowsy. And in some cases, the new feature of the self-driving mode will slowly pull you over when it's allowed to do so, just to make sure that you're safe, since it appears that you have been ignoring the warnings that are given. So here's some tips. You shouldn't be driving when you're drowsy anyway. So that's what this car is designed to do. It's designed to pick up on those behaviors. Always choose a safe, secure place where you can take a break. In fact, a lot of the GPS systems have built-in alerts that will let you know what the closest rest area is. And on long trips, you may even want to plan ahead. Hey, me and my husband's going to be driving. We're going to take a break every hour or two just to make sure we're stretching our legs and moving about so that we won't get sleepy behind the wheel. There are other Hyundai features as well. On the Santa Fe, it can sense if you're driving irregularly and consider you to take a break. Some people don't really like it because it's been said that it will alert you even when you're not drowsy, but I'd rather do that than to not do it at all. The vehicle can detect driving based on the algorithm for your driving habits. And so the car starts to record your driving habits during each trip to determine if you're fatigued. If you happen to be driving erratically, it can record that as well. And it can detect whether or not you have been driving with irregular patterns. Hyundai has some of the best features on the market. While they may not be a necessity for purchasing and some may be an extra add-on, it is no denying that this feature is beneficial for those who have been driving for a long period of times, and it may even stop you from having an accident or an incident. So what's all this noise about, drowsiness? I mean, really, should we put that much attention to it? Well, absolutely we could, because those are people that have sleeping disorders, such as insomnia. When you stay awake all the time and you just can't seem to get to sleep, then it causes you to have excessive daytime sleepiness in the day. There are things such as narcolepsy, which is considered like sleep attacks. And so those are the exact opposite. You can sleep all the time, but you never go into that deep REM sleep to where you feel rested. You have restless leg syndrome to where your leg just seems to shake. And so then it causes pain in your legs, again, causing you not to be asleep, which could cause excessive daytime sleepiness. And then, sleep apnea, which has been known for those who snore or snort during the night, which again can cause your sleep to be interrupted. And so my suggestion would be is that if you have any of these disorders, which are known to cause you to be drowsy, then please go and get tested. There are medications and treatments that can help you if you're suffering with one of these type of conditions. Now, I wanted to get some data on this because, the national statistics of driving who fall asleep while driving, most drivers understand the dangers of drinking and driving and texting, but many people underestimate the dangers of driving while drowsy. In fact, it states from the National Safety Council that each year there's about 100,000 crashes, 71,000 injuries, about 1,550 fatalities that are caused from people who are drowsy. And then it says that 1 in 25 drivers admit to falling asleep behind the wheel. Those are pretty staggering numbers. So there's some main effects of drowsy driving that can lead to serious crashes, like your inability to focus. When you're driving, you're tired, you often lose the ability to focus. So your concentration is just totally and completely off. You don't want that. You have a delayed reaction time. So you think you're just going down the road and everything's fine, and you think that you have enough time to stop, and then boom, next thing you know, you hit that car in front of you. Your judgment can be poor because your brain completely slows down, making it harder to make those safe judgment decisions. Your inability to judge distances and speed. Like I said, or you may think you're going slower than you're going, you may be going faster than what you realize. And of course, the ultimate one is falling asleep, which is the biggest risk because it can cause you to either hit another driver, drive off the road, or hit a stationary item, and God forbid, cause someone to die. So, at Hyundai, we're always searching for new and better ways to make driving safe because it's with each other aspect of life, driving is unpredictable. And we believe it makes sense to do everything possible to help avoid these situations just in case. Our dedicated engineers and designers, we strive to create increasingly smarter, stronger, and more technological advanced cars that minimize the very real risks on the road for drivers, passengers, and pedestrians alike. I thank you so much for your time, and I give the stage back to our fellow Toastmasters. I think that's what it's called, right? Yes. And here are some references that I have. So if anyone wants to talk to me after this meeting, I will stay on for a couple of minutes in order to be able to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you so much for your time.